So I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys recently, and it's actually just went free, which I think is a really good idea. I love this game. If you've never played it before, basically it's like a series of Wipeout or American Ninja Warrior style challenges. It's kind of funny. For the past couple of days, I've gotten all the daily challenges done by 9 a.m. I'm quite literally addicted. Anyways, the game just has some really talented developers behind it, and I love watching it get popular. I think it really deserves to do well, and making it free is definitely one way to get it to do so. But that got me thinking about free games in general. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, and it's true. Free games have to make money so that the developers can actively maintain and update it, and that's especially important for multiplayer games like Fall Guys, and of course the developers need to feed their families and all that. So how do free games make money? Well, I like to think of it as like an impossible triangle, you know, like you have to pick two. The three pillars of the free game impossible triangle are ads, data collection, and microtransactions. Now, we all know about ads. They're everywhere, and games are no exception. Of course, when I talk about ads in games, the first thing you think of is probably mobile games, where an ad, like a full-screen video ad will come on, or like there's a banner ad under the game. But sometimes advertising in games can be more subtle. Think about a game like Fortnite. Fortnite's notorious for how many licensed characters it has in it, and often it gets those characters from brand deals or promotions. Star Wars characters, John Wick, the Avengers, Stranger Things characters, and even real-life celebrities like Travis Scott are in the game. And there's no doubt in my mind that Epic Games got a lot of cash from promoting their respective series in Fortnite. I think that we're all aware that we're being tracked constantly, and we've grown pretty apathetic to it. At least, I know I have. No one really wants to read 10 pages of terms and conditions. Just let me play Fortnite. But companies like this are actually taking more than you think. They don't only collect data about you when you're using their services, but they're constantly talking to other companies and compile data from your use of other services. This is really enticing to advertisers because if they know what you like, they're more likely to be able to sell you something. And finally, we have microtransactions. Microtransactions have been notorious in the past few years for their near predatory use in games, both free and paid, especially from companies like EA and Epic Games. I don't personally think all microtransactions are a bad idea. They're not as annoying as ads, and they don't breach your privacy like data collection. But I think we can all agree that microtransactions that give you a competitive advantage in games or loot boxes suck. All of these are necessary evils when it comes to making a free game, but good developers are able to pick and choose between them and make an experience that's both fun and entertaining and makes them money without being obscenely annoying, overstepping privacy boundaries, or forcing players to pay exorbitant amounts of money to have a good experience.
And then you have Epic Games.
You probably noticed how I brought up Epic Games or Fortnite for each of the 3 points, and that's because each of these not only are present in Fortnite and Epic made games, but they are integral to how they function. Like I mentioned, Fortnite basically runs off of promotions and brand deals, and it's beneficial both ways, because like fans of Star Wars will see Darth Vader in Fortnite and they'll think, oh, I'll give that a try. And then people who play Fortnite will see characters like Darth Vader in Fortnite and think, oh, maybe I should watch Star Wars. You know what? I've gotten a little bit tired of complaining about Epic Games all the time. I think I'm just gonna relax and play some Fall Guys. Epic Games has become infamous in recent years for buying out developers or forcing developers to release their games on only their platforms. This kind of creates a dilemma if you don't want to support Epic Games, but there's a developer you do want to support, which they're partnered with, or if you don't agree with how they handle privacy. Epic has an extensive terms of service and privacy policy, which has some points in it that are, let's just say, less than pleasant to see as a player. Like, what does this even mean? Besides licensed costumes, microtransactions are Fortnite's bread and butter. There's a reason why V-Bucks scams are so common. Speaking of which, leave a like to enter the free V-Buck giveaway! No, I'm just kidding, that's not real. It's not like buying items with V-Bucks gives you any sort of advantage, but there's just a real difference in quality between the things you get for free and the things you have to pay for with V-Bucks. I mean, it makes sense. Epic has to make its currency have some sort of value or no one would buy it. So, Epic Games bought the game developer Mediatonic and their parent company, the Tonic Games Group, about a year ago. Those are the guys who made Fall Guys. Everything looked like it was going good. They had promised Switch and Xbox ports years ago, but they were only able to get those up and running with the help of Epic. New maps and game modes were being developed as well. Then they announced something a little strange. The game was going free. Like I said at the beginning, I thought this was awesome. I could finally get my friends who were hesitant to buy it to actually play with me. And then it came out. The core gameplay hadn't changed, it was still as fun as ever, but I noticed a few things, particularly in the menus. Daily and weekly challenges? A paid season pass? A new item shop with paid currency? called Showbucks? Can you be any more blatant? This isn't even a new thing. They did the same thing to Rocket League when they bought their developer Psyonix in 2019. How could we be so blind? And now we come to the main point of my video, the reason why I bothered to make it in the first place. Epic Games is a company that sees video games as little more than products to be sold. Epic Games has become the Disney of the video game industry. Now, keep in mind, when I say Disney, I don't mean the animation studio. Those are wonderful storytellers with artistic vision and talent. I mean the Disney Corporation, whose sole purpose is to shove said stories in your face and take your money for it. I'm talking about the Disney that forces the animators to crank out mediocre products to meet deadlines, the Disney that forces people with actual talent and artistic vision to shoehorn in their pseudo-woke ideology instead of telling the story they want to tell. I absolutely loathe that I have to see extremely talented studios get bought by huge companies and get forced to work on terrible games. This is an older example, but look at Rare. One of the studios that pushed the boundaries of what video games could be in the Super Nintendo era of gaming. They've made amazing games like Donkey Kong Country, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye 007, and then they got bought by Microsoft around the time that they launched the Xbox so that they could work on Kinect Sports. Yeah, Epic Games does the same thing nowadays. As an example, they bought out the game company Harmonix, the original developers of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, as well as some other awesome music-based games like Fuser and Fantasia Music Evolved. Really underrated Xbox game, actually. Now they have to work on musical experiences and gameplay within Fortnite and Epic's larger metaverse plans. Oh yeah, just as a side note, I forgot to mention, Epic's going all in on the metaverse. Why spend all your time anywhere else when you could just live your entire life in a world created by the company who made Fortnite? You know what? I'm calling it right now. This metaverse thing is a total fad. It's gonna last maybe a year, and then everyone's gonna forget about it and go back to their lives. You know what? I'm so pissed off right now, I'm just gonna do a lightning round of companies that Epic owns or plans to acquire in the future. Like I mentioned before, Epic bought Psyonix, the company who made Rocket League, in 2019, took it off Steam, and forces players to use their crappy online services. In January of 2021, Epic bought Rad Game Tools, known for their BINC video format, which thousands of games used to compress video files. They did this so that they could integrate it directly into Unreal Engine. And, like, that's not totally a bad thing, but, I mean, isn't that kind of giving people who use Unreal Engine an unfair advantage? In April of the same year, Epic bought ArtStation, a site where artists sell digital art, 3D models, and other art, and gave artists the pleasure of being able to integrate directly with Unreal Engine. In July, they bought Sketchfab, a similar site where people can buy and sell 3D models, and with that decision, they essentially cornered the market. In March of 2022, they bought Bandcamp. Bandcamp? The site where you can sell music? Yeah, and another head-scratcher. In June of 2019, they bought Life on Air, the developers of the social networking app House Party. What are they trying to accomplish? So, to wrap it all up, I think I've made it abundantly clear that Epic Games is not the best corporation or company to be buying video games from. But really, what can you do? I mean, Epic Games, you can't really control what Epic Games controls. Like, honestly, if you're upset by this, then I would just say, take a break from Fortnite. Take a break from games made by big companies and play some indie games. Don't buy them from the Epic Game Store or Steam or one of those big platforms. Buy them from itch.io or GOG.com. Companies that actually give the developers what they're worth and what they believe they're worth, and share games and experiences that you love. So anyways, thanks for listening to me rant about Epic Games for a while. If you got any enjoyment out of it, then feel free to leave a like, and if you want me to make more videos like this, leave a comment. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!
It's been fun seeing you. Bye.